He says he's feeling no fatigue.
In the first frame, Shaun Murphy to break.
He can sleep like the proverbial baby, and the adrenaline will get him through. Well, we're about to find out. He's going to get us underway. 8 frames in this first session. 9 the target for the title. And not much to go on in the head-to-head, as has been discussed already. Kyren Wilson last beat Shaun Murphy 7 years ago in the European Tour. The most recent meeting went the way of Murphy in the Scottish Open, also of course part of the home nations a couple of years ago, 4-3. But that is typical of Wilson. Just like Murphy, a terrific long ball potter.
Yes, he's rolled his front very coolly in, hasn't he? I think better still is where the cue ball has finished on the black with a slight angle, I think. Only a very slight one, though. Now he's just examining which reds are available into which pockets.
Both players arrive at this final battle-hardened for sure, both coming through a deciding frame yesterday, albeit that Kyren Wilson, of course, had the night off and apparently visited the spa to chill out.
Kyren Wilson.
Well, how on earth did that not go in? Can't believe that. Goodness me, I'm amazed that stayed out and stayed over the pocket.
One.
The very best in the world, and Murphy, as a Triple Crown champion, of course, is undoubtedly a member of that club. Tend to produce their best when the chips are down and it really matters, and that's what Murphy did last night. He delivered big time in the last 2 frames to deny Yan Bingtao a final appearance on his birthday, with shots of that kind of positivity. The pressure red along the bottom rail in the penultimate frame, and then of course a century off his first shot in the decider with a key for Murphy last night.
Well, that was very attacking, as you'd expect from Murphy.
6.
And that's okay on the pink. This becomes an open and attacking and scoring game solely. You kind of make Murphy a favourite, I think, to win all that. Things become a little bit more thoughtful, and there's little bouts where not everything is out in the open. Then I think that's where Kyren Wilson, the warrior, and his fighting, tenacious way of playing comes into it. They can both pot and score. Bit concerned, I think, the natural shot would be to come around the back of the black here. But he hit it well. Played it very well. Another great rest player. Mentioned Kyren Wilson. Murphy's up there, is with him, I think.
Kyren Wilson sitting in his chair there, wondering, I'm sure, how the red to right centre stayed out. But it's Murphy with a good early opportunity to get his cue arm going.
21.
Pushed O'Sullivan close in the Invitational Shanghai Masters final this season. Lost out to Trump at the International Championship, also in China, before winning himself in the Far East against Another example of his mettle.
29.
And although technical tweaks have been made, I think for Murphy it's the 6 inches between the ears that's the real difference this season. Confidence was on the floor last season when he lost no fewer than 9 times in the first round.
36.
But that has been well and truly restored.
$37.
Well, the cue ball just came out to the right as we look a bit too much. He hit the red half ball, maybe a bit more pace on the cue ball than he should have had. This means his next red is not so easy.
$45. $52. $53.
It's just the kind of start Murphy needed. All this talk about fatigue, I don't think a late finish doesn't make any difference. I don't think on the day. Come out and you're ready. I feel a little bit tired tomorrow. They both will, I should think.
Four hours and 13 minutes
60.
of playing time last night between Murphy and Yan Bingtao. Finished just after midnight. And although it was a gruelling match, there was an awful lot of top-class safety involved from both players. But it was the heavy scoring from Murphy right at the death that made the difference. And just a red and a colour should give him the opening frame of the final.
$67.
Yeah, I mean, very often I've seen early frames in these finals
74.
a little flat, but this is not no evidence of that. I still don't quite know
75.
how Kyren Wilson's red didn't go in the middle. I can't believe it, to be honest, but that's all he's done wrong in this frame. He hasn't done a lot wrong, has he? He's been punished for something that didn't even look a bad shot to me.
Yeah, Wilson got in with a great long red himself. But he's had to sit the rest of this frame out.
81.
What a start from Murphy. Picking up where he left off in the small
82.
hours this morning. 74 centuries already in this tournament, which means £74,000 will be going to those affected by the coronavirus. That's being donated by World Snooker Tour.
90.
So hopefully there'll be plenty more today. Murphy needs to negotiate the awkward last red to make one hit.
He could not have played that better. I mean, to finish where he has.
97.
Delightfully. What a terrific start this is.
98.
Fatigue? What fatigue? Murphy's 5th century of the week. And already the crowd being royally entertained.
103.
The gauntlet so thrown
105.
by the magician.
$108. Shaun Murphy, 108.
A brilliant opening salvo from Shaun Murphy. And back-to-back centuries effectively as well, after Kyren Wilson was maybe a little unlucky to see his red to right centre stay out, but it's Murphy who strikes first. Here in the final in style in Cardiff, he leads 1-0.